believe we are back. All right. Technical difficulties have been solved,
Hopefully.
and the party have looted up the place, found some treasures and some scrolls, but now it's decision time. What are you going to do about this Dal, who, according to your information, has Raheem, but you never really approached with that intention anyway. You approached under the guise that you were here to do business on behalf of Shakif, who is another Dao from the first region.
Well, we should probably meet back up with each other.
Okay, sure.
We're in different places. We've looted this place, and I suggest we go find the library. I guess.
There's a nice seating area in here.
Yeah. Also, the monolith that tried to affect me, was it the one that was broken or the one that was
intact?
Intact. All right. I was gonna start scooping up pieces to take it with me.
No, it looks completely shattered.
It was
like
I never actually got told where the library was. This is a problem. It's not in the. Where's the library? This place has so many bedrooms, yet only one person lived here.
There isn't much light in this room, but
Hey,
sure,
these gargoyles are intact.
Yep, these gargoyles are the ones that Karius was talking to earlier. They're happy to just finally get some peace and quiet in here. But you've persuaded them that you're here to collect and not do more damage. We'll drag you in.
I just stay as I'm walking past. Would you guys like googly eyes?
They have their eyes closed at the moment. They look like they've entered into some sort of torpor.
Elias, don't.
Just give them googly eyes while they're asleep. Oh, right. Yeah, the book I mentioned, Eirina, here. It's from, I forgot the name of it, but it's from Barovia in the Dark Place. I'm going to keep calling it that because I've forgotten the name of it.
Yeah, a textbook.
It's the beasts that lived within Barovia.
Barovia? That was but a myth. It doesn't even exist.
Well, Barovia exists.
It's what?
No, it doesn't.
I forgot.
Everyone knows that.
Pretty sure my dad's got some wine from there.
Everyone knows that Yetis live in Barovia.
I hate you, Cam. But yeah, it's quite a few things on there I had to fight with your sister. So you might find it interesting.
Yeah.
Thank
you. I hand him the pop-up book. I hand you this magical piece of tome.
I open it.
Yep, the little pop-up dancing hut appears. Chicken legs.
Is it actually magical?
It is not.
It is not.
But the way it pops out is magical to a child.
Yeah, I mean, it's magical. Like, he has a bunch of toys and he rides around on a flying rocking horse. It's the sort of thing I think he'd like.
Thank you, Eirina. I appreciate the trade. I turn around to put the book into my bag with a big smile on my face.
You actually love it.
Insight check.
Eirina's just thinking to herself, I can see why he's friends with my sister.
I hide the smile from everybody else, but I
Can I tell if he's pleased or not?
You can insight check him, sure.
I don't think I'm very good at insight, but we'll try anyway.
Elias has always kind of got a smile on his face, you know, trying to keep a happy demeanor up. So you're not sure if he's
I'm going to choose to believe I made the right decision.
I guess it's a type of deception to try and hide something, but let's go with it. Not far off, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it's always smiling.
I'm
You
always
just assume you made him extra happy. Yuck Mug speaks up and says, "All right, so we're heading back to this. What's her name? Grumpaz?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grumpass.
Yes.
All right.
What we do, sorry, like I'm specifically looking for something in this library. I'm not just perusing. I'm literally looking for something specific. I'm looking for anything to do with like, because obviously he's into like he does rock magic and things like that. So I'm looking for anything that like might mention diamonds, whereabouts they'd be found forming down here, what conditions they'd be found under, that sort of thing.
Good show, really.
Yeah.
So you don't find a book on diamonds specifically, but you do find perhaps what is the equivalent of like a newspaper, but it's a news tablet, and it does say something about all these diamonds are being bought up by the Khan, and so they're almost literally they're trying to get a monopoly on diamonds, and everyone knows the Great Khan has an immense vault deep within the Sevenfold Maze. Everyone assumes they're likely being locked up there, and there's outcry in the clergy, like clerics of certain orders are demanding that these diamonds be released, as they are literally used for spell components to resurrect people. And the Great Khan has apparently offered no statement why they're collecting all of them, why they're hoarding them, and because he's the Great Khan, he could do what he wanted, and he ignored the pleas of the clergy. They've so all the diamond mines emptied, any buyers or sellers of diamonds swept clean, and the Great Khan has got the full monopoly now.
So, in terms of Grumpass, do you think they have Raheem?
You asking me?
We didn't really ask.
No, we
It's
didn't.
what those Pesh guys, the little caretakers, they said that they saw an earth elemental grab him and drag him through a wall or something.
Oh. So we've been pissing about having to do this. He's still being tracked by Imp Face.
Well, we don't know how far through this level they've gotten, and we haven't heard any word of them getting this far. So I think we're so far in the clear, at least.
Maybe. But also, what happens if we go back there and our story isn't believed anymore?
Isn't back to Grandpa's, or
It's a Grumpass. And, our whole Shikef is our owner, and we're, like, ambassadors and guards.
well, we don't need to do that. If anything,
That's,
we can just pass straight on through.
but we need Raheem. So we kind of needed to get in his good grade. Were you not there the whole time? We had to go through there, and to do so, we had to pretend to be ambassadors of Shikef.
Yes, we lied.
So we did. Yes, but what I'm saying is,
Yep.
we need to go back there to try and get Raheem. But what happens if things go sideways while we're there? Do we have a plan for that?
Well,
Like, I can get myself and someone out of there.
I can get everyone out of there technically, or at least within 120 feet, providing I can see.
I can
Oh.
run.
I think. Let me just remind myself how my own spell works. Yeah, I mean, if I set Tacklo up 120 feet away from us, like outside this place, then I can just look through his eyes and teleport us all there. Guess it's 120 foot away.
That's a good call. Just in case. How many can you do?
Well, let me see. Up to 5 creatures.
Including yourself or as well as yourself?
Including myself, I'd be part of that 5.
So if we did find Raheem, you could get Karius, Andi, Eirina, Kesh'an, and Raheem out. And I could
Yep.
get our little friend out here.
Yep, that would work. Or the 2 monks could just run pretty fast. Hard to pin down.
Interesting.
Yeah, little problem with that. They are Dao. They can create walls of stone. Just want to throw that out.
Okay.
Trust me, I would know. I tried to run as well once. It didn't go so well.
I mean,
Fine, if needs be, I can get someone out as well.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Wait, how
So
small is our little friend here?
he's a small creature. He's a goblin.
Would he be able to fit in the bag of holding?
Yeah, there's numerous reasons why that's a bad idea.
Isn't there only a set amount of air in those things?
Yeah, but
Again, that's why there's numerous bad reasons.
like, what if we just put his body in there and had his head popping out like a little pet?
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's fine. I can get an extra person out if we need to.
I was just wondering, like, could we carry someone like that?
Well, I don't even have to go in. If you don't want me to join the heist, I can stay out and wait for you guys.
Well, you've already been in with us. It'd be weird if we're just like, yeah, we lost again.
We could pretend he died in the conflict. This thing was really dangerous. But if we do go, to be honest, I feel if we're going in, we've done this guy a favor, right? He owes us. She owes us
an audience at least.
And we have some valuables that we've collected, including knowledge and stuff. Yeah. We might just be able to buy Raheem off of them if they've got Raheem captured.
I just want to say that saying a king or queen of some kind owing you a favor never really goes our way anyway. Trust me.
True, but I mean...
Concern is that Andi said that they were eyeing that sending thing.
Right. Yeah, they were. Look, did you say there was a sending stone?
By the looks of it.
They could talk to anyone on the end of that thing.
There could be an ambush waiting for us.
Yeah, this may have just been a delay tactic.
Yeah, or it could just be a case of they wanted to corroborate the story and they've tried to message Shakif.
What if, Andi, you can turn someone invisible, right?
Yes.
What if we send Taklo in turned invisible and just scout around? He'll be not noticed easily. And no offense, Taklo, if you do go, I can bring you back. I don't mean that like you're dispensable or anything. I don't want you to get hurt, but I've almost died a couple of times today. I feel,
Well,
and you're normally really good if you do get caught in these situations. You're better at talking your way out of things than I am for some reason.
I mean, considering we're full strength, I think we should just prepare for the best but expect the worst.
I mean, if we want to do that, head in.
It's not like we fought ourselves out of a corner before.
True. Yeah, at least we have a means of getting out of there, and we've prepared ourselves for that in case worse comes to it. But we do need to find Raheem, and
the thing we need to do is just do it quickly.
Yeah, so the way back was how far back? How far do we have to travel or to get back to them?
Not far. I can group you all up, and if you're telling me you're going there, I'll
Yeah.
take you back to the other layer if you want.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Other than coming to here, were there any other paths that went off?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll show you.
Thousands.
Did we come across any more magical dice?
Okay. In fact, I think you actually accidentally stumbled upon one.
I'm not saying that I should cast regenerate on everyone again, but
Okay. You should be on a familiar map.
Yes.
Ah, yes, the one that I completely understood.
So I'll help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Now that you've just come through here, you know that this ends in a hallway with a blue steel mirror. So I'm just going to put that blue portal there to denote that leads you back to the marble mansion. Anywhere you see these blue portals, they're actually mirrors, and they will take you to an area that's a Dow's domain.
so do you want to do the Taclo thing then?
Yeah, if we leave Taclo. Oh god, the entire world is moving. It's
They had tremors all the time. I always feel deep tremors moving around.
so other than this one here, so that leads to the Marble Mansion. Is the other one down here that leads where we go, or is it? Do we have to go a couple of maps?
Do we have time to
does
go
not
through?
We don't.
that does not have a portal swirling on it or anything. Like there's no mirror there. It's
We
just a
do-
veil of darkness.
Which way to the portal from here? Because we'd know that, like the one to take us back to where we need to go
The one that took you back.
to
I
thingies,
do believe.
grunt passes.
Okay. That is a good question. I think it was the stairs.
Do we want to? Yeah. Do we want to go through the back way this time or the front way again?
Walk straight through the
He's
front door.
expecting us back, so I don't really see why we'd need to.
Well, I meant more like sending Taclo that way to do some
Oh.
skating.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have Taclo wait by the back door.
Yeah.
Okay. The back door. You want to find that as well, do you?
Yes.
Well, we already got showed where that is by the Pesh.
You did, yes. What you can remember is another question. So let's see. I'm
Well,
just gonna grab you guys and take you back to this. This was the room you were in before, and it was also where you left the Pesh. This is where you cleansed and dispelled the magic in the middle, and there is also a blue steel mirror to the south.
that's the one that. Oh, I
Definitely
disappeared.
still here.
You should be down here.
Are the Pesh still here? These sitting
Oh,
on
the
this wall?
Pesh. They aren't right there, but you assume that they are probably scampering around.
Okay.
If you wanted to, find one pretty easily.
I'm just gonna
Make enough
call out.
noise.
Hey, Pesh, can I have a word with one of you quickly? Probably your boss, the boss guy.
So it doesn't take long before your voice echoes out and is heard by a number of Pesh. They come scampering back in. Yes. Oh, it is you. It's been some time.
Yeah. Sorry to bother you. I know there's multiple ways in here.
That there is.
Could you, since we've been gone, have you seen anyone else come through to this way or the back door?
Yes. An entourage of Tao and their earth elementals came through.
Hmm.
Wait, what do you mean it's been some time?
How long have we been gone?
We've only been gone about 8.5 hours.
Yes, that is some time.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Not
it,
really.
it is some time.
I mean, it's a measurement of time, so it is some time.
But normally you say it's been some time when it's
Yes,
been.
but
A
have you
significant-
met these guys before? We've
Yes, I have.
Elias,
Thank
you
God.
have been talking for some time.
It matters
Right.
not, but I can tell you, I have seen a number of Dao pass by, and as he starts to count, the others who are still a little bit unhinged, they're like, yes, 1, 6, no, 9, 3, 5, 5.5. No, that was an earth elemental.
Where did it come from?
And where
All
did they
places,
go?
many places. Other regions, yes. All went through there, all
Which means,
converging.
if I was to take a guess based on this, they've used the sending stone to contact someone, and that someone has then contacted other people to gather a group, which means if we're going in here, we're going into a fight.
So maybe we should take the back entrance? Because they
Backity
won't,
back.
because they won't know what they'd be coming that
This
way.
is back. This is back. He does a
Unless-
little jig in front of the steel mirror.
Unless a couple of us go in with good intentions in the hope it's not going to be a fight.
Or I could go in, distract, run away.
Well, that's what I mean. If I go in as as the ambassador that I said I was, and I take one other person with me to say that we did the job, and the others go in the back entrance, then
Wait.
at least we can bounce out of there because I can take one other person with me.
Karius is going to quickly use shape water to make an image of Shakef. He's quite distinctive. Did any of them look like this one?
Yes, yes. Big beard. Muscly.
I think it should be myself and Eirina that goes in then.
Mm.
And if the rest of you want to go in the back entrance, that's fine, or you can come with us.
Mm,
If I go
Maybe
to the back entrance, as long as I can see you, I can get you guys out.
We'll bring Takla with us then.
I'll
So
go. I'll go to the back then. Thanks,
And do you want to
Sneaky.
come to the back, or do you want to head in as it's your dad at the end of the day?
Yeah. Considering my skill set, I'm better at being stealthy.
Right.
So trying to be
That's
sneaky back entrance
actually
is
a really good
better for
point.
me.
I think send Taklo with you guys going to the back, and I'll head in the front because I'm not sneaky.
Yeah, but also I'm the ambassador and Eirina is the one that Shakef knows.
Yeah. Also knows me.
Barely. Not in comparison to Shakef's actual librarian. Well, part-time librarian.
But what are you going to say if they ask where we are? As in the ones who don't show.
You've held down the fort at the mansion that we were sent to,
That makes
so
sense.
no one takes it.
I mean, I can head to the back as well. Then leave Taklo with you. Yokmoto, you're probably better coming with us because, well, Shakef knows you. Like, he might want you back suddenly or something.
I want you back.
I'm also quite stealthy, so
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully
Alright.
the three of you and your stealth can make up for my poor stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I'm not
Um,
just assuming Eirina though, if that's
So,
okay. Yeah.
so let's put this right. So Yuckmug, Andy, and who else is going in the back?
Basically everyone apart from Eirina and Elias.
Okay.
They're going in the front door, we're going in the back door, and
Got
Taklo's
it.
going with them.
All right. The Pesh mentioned that this is backity back. You want front, you go that way, and they point out to another direction. Taklo, I will grab, and where's Kesh'an going?
He said this way.
No,
To the front.
that's to go to the front.
This is to the back.
Oh.
Sandwich maneuver.
Oh, crap. Where the fuck did... Okay, bring me back.
Try and press Control Z and see. I hope that
Oh,
works.
no.
Okay, so we're going to start with what's going on first? Are you guys going in the back now? Or are we going to have people going in the front first? Or is it
I'm going to
happening at
be
the same
watching through Tackler's eyes and
Okay.
seeing what they're doing. That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
But if we wait a few before we head in, because we might not need to head in.
Okay. In
Or
that case,
maybe
then,
they're causing up a racket at the front.
alright, we'll start with the front. Okay, I'm also going to pause because I know Kesh'an might get itchy to explore. Kesh'an, you've definitely entered into the back and you're waiting for the rest of your allies to catch up. Simultaneously, Elias, Eirina, Tackler, you come to the chamber where you found the blue steel mirror to begin with. And sure enough, there is indeed a Dao, massive weapon balanced over his shoulders. Two earth elementals flank him, and there is another Dao that's sort of hovering around, and they spot you.
Hello.
And she kind of hovers over. She has a great maul in one hand. Looks equipped for battle. Looks like they've seen battle, in fact. And they say, "You, state yourselves. Who are you?"
Are you not under the orders of Grumpas?
Wait. They kind of look at you up and down. Their eyes seem to recognize you. Ah, yes. No, we were there. Don't you remember? We were sent to deal with those devils that you mentioned.
Oh,
Now,
did you?
they have all been cleansed from our maze.
Oh,
But
good.
Grumpaz has been expecting you.
I suppose he would, considering, well, Shakef has arrived.
Indeed, Shakef has arrived.
That's good to know. Now we
What happened to
can.
the rest of you?
Well, they were holding down forts at the mansion. We kind of came across these things. I bring out the taxidermy versions.
It was a
They look
lot
at you.
bigger at the time. You can ask, what was his name? Hancock
Hanko.
Hancock.
and
Yes.
his team.
Yeah.
They were all too afraid to fight it, so we kind of took care of it.
Yeah, we
Ah, yes.
cleared it out, and now, you know, for you
Hanko filled us in on the details.
good. So they're just kind of, you know, taking hold of that until you guys do what you want to do with it, because
Well,
last thing you want is another one of these. I hand one to them as if they, in case they want a souvenir.
no, I think I will pass. But I will return to the mansion and take up the fort in their place and send them on their way.
Okay,
Grumpaz is expecting all of you after all.
good to know. Anyway, we'll head in, I guess.
Yes,
How is Grumpas's mood at the moment?
Grumpaz is likely in a good mood now that you're here.
A good mood.
Mood, yeah, meow. They are a cat, so they're in a mood. They You can roll an insight check as well as they're saying this. The two of you. Yeah. Um, how to put this? It seems a couple of times they mentioned you asking where the lot of you are, and also it seems almost important to them as they sort of begin to hover off to go and what she said, fetch the rest of you from the mansion.
Before
can
you
tell
go,
this kind of sense of formalness and almost following like orders to a T sort of aspect to them. So they sort of say very in like very militaristic fashion. They say, "You will head into the foyer where you will meet the rest of the guard who are
has,
waiting for you. I will
has
fetch the others, and then in their place hold down the fort."
okay, has negotiations gone underway in terms of this alliance?
I know not of their negotiations. I am simply the security detail. In any case, go on ahead. And they turn around, and you can see a visible nod to the other Dao, who also kind of nod back. And they say, "Right this way." And it seems this Dao, the other Dao, doesn't leave until you are fully through the mirror.
Okay, but the game's paused.
Yeah, okay. So I'll put you onto the next map if you are going that way.
I guess we will into the unknown.
This Dao, instead of guarding his post, follows you in, follows in behind you. And it's only at this point the female Dao, she flies off and presumably is off to go to the Marble Mansion, which means you're kind of on a timer before she finds out none of you are there. In any case, what really happens on the Dao? Are you all on the map? Drag you guys on there as well. There you go. All right, we're all on the Dao Palace now. Okay. So what really happens is you guys are taken along. Let's just copy and delete there. Take you, bam, slap you there. Okay. So Eirina, Elias, you are told, wait here until the rest of your allies have arrived.
Okay. I guess I will attempt to message the allies.
They are watching you quite intently. If you
Mm,
want to do this, you're doing it in plain sight of Earth Elementals and about 4 other Dao.
That's, I'll just be like, I'm just going to confer with the librarian here, and then I'll cast message.
Okay. What do you
Except
send?
I'm
Don't
just.
we have Invisible Taclo who's watching?
Oh, we do actually, yeah. So,
Invisible unless someone cast invisibility.
well, no, well, Taklo will know what's going on, so
Yeah, but
Karius can hear through Tackler.
that's what I am.
only within 100 feet, and I'm not quite that close. So
Oh, are you not?
No.
I guess when they get closer.
no.
No. All right. Well, in that case,
Yeah, but
this
Taclo
you
can
kind of
communicate in images, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so now though you're told to wait here, and quite a few minutes pass. So I'm gonna say we go over to the others now and see what they're up to. Um. Okay. As you come in through this long corridor, you find yourselves in what you presume is the back door to this palace. There is a crystal light shining out some dull light. And are you guys trying to go stealthily? Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me stealth checks then.
I just need them to come forward another 5 feet, and I can actually message.
With disadvantage,
Oh,
nat 20.
Wow.
wow! And I rolled a 20 for
Wow.
Yuckmug as well.
Uh,
Okay.
natural one. My second stealth natural one. What the fuck?
So
That's so bullshit. I mean,
I
thank
need
God.
no clout either with a 19. That is quite hilarious. I don't know what you do, Kesh'an.
I don't
Describe how
know.
you completely botch up your stealth check.
I can imagine that Kesh'an was right at the back, and so as he was kind of like watching out, he then turned round, and because everyone apparently disappeared, he had no idea where anyone was, and as they got to the stairs, he probably tripped over an invisible Andi, landed on an invisible Karius, and finally landed on top of Yuckmug
Okay.
See,
at
that
the
wasn't
bottom of
how
the
I
stairs.
was going to describe it based on like what it was. I was imagining that light from this glinted off of Karius's glaive, and you just saw it start pouring out the wall.
In terms,
Thankfully, the others have picked up for your
Yeah.
kerfuffle, but I will say though, you're not caught or anything, but you do hear a dowel some way off, like perhaps a corridor and a turn away, soundish, and you hear a huh? Just like someone's alerted to your kind of sound slightly. Um, the dowel make no sound on like with footprints, by the way, no footsteps from the dowel as they all hover in the air.
I
So if they're approaching, you have but seconds to find somewhere to hide. The sound is coming from this corridor, by the way. And Yuckmug's like, we should. Someone's coming.
Yeah, Karius.
Uh,
Karius is just going to dart in here and hide behind this cart.
Okay, Yuckmug will do the same then. Andi, where do you want to hide? There's quite a few directions to go in, but the sound is coming from this way.
If that's the case, then she's gonna zip back this way
Okay.
towards where Kesh'an is, and basically just kind of like push him up against the wall. She's just
Okay. A dowel indeed floats soundlessly from that corridor, passing through the archways, and they look left and right around where the back door is. This dowel in particular even opens up this door. They seem to open it almost like they have force powers, but the wall kind of slides across, and they stare inside just for a moment. They close it. They head over to this one, open it. They look inside. They close it, and they give a glance through and into this area. But it's at this point they kind of search enough that they figure they must have just been the wind. But
He's probably like grabbed his tail and holding on to that to make sure it doesn't like swish around or something like that into vision.
very nice.
It
Okay.
must have
The
been
dowel
those
seems to lose
damn air
interest,
genasi.
and as they're floating away from you, you can peer around the corner and see that they don't seem to be on high alert. They are simply just patrolling, looking around left and right, and they go past this rather large stack of weapons that's precariously balanced against the wall, and they pass through an archway. But Yagmug says, "That one looks like it's patrolling. It might come back here. So, what's the plan, guys?"
Yes, well, there's these doors. We could try to check those out if we can. Quietly as we
Alright.
can.
Yeah.
Quietly being the key word here.
Yeah, Karius is going to attempt to open this door if he can, which looks like it's covered in jagged stones, so probably not.
There is, yes. Someone clearly opened this a second ago. You can even see a little bit of sand sifting from the ceiling. The wall itself, however, is literally jagged stones, like pointing out like that. And you could attempt to try and open it if you want.
I'm gonna poise my new adamantine shield and just try to push against it.
Adamantine shield.
Yep.
When did we get that?
Loot from last thing, as well as this giant stone flail I have.
You are quick to realize this isn't a push door. As you're pushing enough effort into it, it's not budging. Also, earlier, a second ago, you didn't hear them necessarily open it, but you heard this kind of grinding of stone.
Yeah, which means they're probably using like manipulate earth spells, which I don't have. If there's a water door, I could probably do something.
Kesh'an will walk over to the door and
Nothing seems to happen.
I shall whisper open in Terran and make a gesture with my hand.
Do you have thaumaturgy?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because that would be like the component to say open on something.
This was just me
You can, if you want though, you can roll like an investigation check to see how these doors actually do open.
Yes.
These, you have no idea. Maybe it's a pull door, but there's no handle.
Is
Um,
is there a gap at the bottom of the door, like like a slip?
there is a groove, but it's not big enough to have something slide underneath. Looks
What
like
if it
it's
was
in there.
water?
Water could probably go into the groove.
Hey, I want to try to use water to go into the groove
Mm-hmm.
and
Beware
up on the other
groove.
side of the door and just make just the word Raheem with a question mark.
Okay. As a moment passes and nothing seems to happen.
He retracts the water.
Okay.
That's 2 Emperor's New Grooves references that have been made this session.
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
It
I
is.
was just doing Crunk's stealth
There's a
theme
wall
music.
There's a
Yep.
Exactly the Kesh'an when he fails the stealth check.
That was exactly what I did.
Music God.
Anyone else who wants to give the doors an investigation check, they can do.
Andy,
Oh.
you're good with doors.
Yeah, you
Only
should take
there's
the
a
lead in this.
lock.
There's no lock, but maybe that's a good thing.
I mean, no lock means I can't use my lockpick.
We're just trying to figure out how to open it, that's all. And I think Raheem could be anywhere, right? We gotta comb this place.
She'll have a look around the seams of the door and on the floor to see if there's any giveaway scratch marks where the door might have moved or swung open.
If you need any
Okay.
assistance, I can help.
You can have advantage if
Catford
you.
just goes beneath the door and starts looking for the little door stop.
Yeah, give me an investigation check with advantage. Let's see what you uncover here.
You say advantage?
Yep.
Okay. You're looking around the edges and like the seams, especially. If this was a sliding door, it wouldn't make sense because the spikes would like grind against something, and there's no obvious handle either. Tried pushing it, but there is some scratch marks at the um, near where the kind of groove is. You're definitely aware that they used some sort of magic to open it. It might not have been very powerful because it seemed like only just a quick hand gesture.
Hey,
But
John, can you fit both your paws under there?
I can certainly try.
okay.
Can you see if you can lift it?
Oh,
Okay.
I can certainly try.
Yeah, you can try. Yuckmug's also got quite tiny fingers as well, and he says, "I'll help you out." So you can give me an athletics check with advantage.
Have you gone through the training on how to lift something?
Yeah, Karius is gonna
Those
stand
are
by
the
Hill.
Shoulder width apart and bend the knees.
Not
I
the
mean,
back.
we know how to lift our spirits. Does that
Okay.
count?
No one lifts like Kesh'an.
That's really good.
That's pretty
That is
good.
actually enough. With both Yuckmug and yourself, the claws are enough to get into that groove, and as you're lifting, you realize it's not lifting up into the ceiling. It's lifting like a hinge. And
Oh.
as you feel the momentum kind of pulling back, you actually have to take a step back, and you realize what this is. It's probably like an oversized. Yeah,
It's a giant cat flap.
Wait, hang
it is
on.
like an
Oh, okay.
oversized cat flap. Yeah.
A little toot comes out in the strain.
As
Oh,
such,
that's hilarious. The one who
you,
actually gets it open is the cat.
one of you can hold it, and one of you could crawl underneath and get in.
Also,
Do
Andi
it.
is now in range of my message spell.
Okay. Oh, sure. All right. Yuckmug goes in. Is like, what the hell? It's just a big stone bed. with a stone pillow. God, that's gonna be uncomfortable. What else is in here? There's a number of other accoutrements. Like this is very clearly a living space, where a Dao may have had
Hold on.
simple possessions and stuff.
Accoutrement.
Yeah, like
Catramon.
like bracelets or a comb, or a pot and pan, something like that.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Accoutrement.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, Andy should get the message that they should all come around the front entrance.
Okay, yeah, she'll pass that on as she can.
Okay.
Like
Nothing much in there,
style.
Kesh'an.
Okay. I'll start
Whether they
lowering it down again.
Okay. I just realized, I guess once you're in it, you could probably push your way out, right? Do we want to try the other one?
We can do.
I guess.
Okay, alright. Put your back into it.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Oh.
Karius is keeping an ear out here for.
Another 16.
Very nice. You're able to lift up the door. A similar sort of situation here again. This doesn't look like a prison room. There's a stone bed, stone pillow, and kind of shelving for some just simple belongings. It looks like a guest room, if anything.
Hold on, the other one got accoutrement, but this one only gets belongings? I see the
Guest
favoritism.
Yeah, well, someone may be staying already. But nonetheless, no Raheem, and no sign of any Dal. Okay. Nope, no luck. It's at that point you hear or rather you see Karius. You definitely see a Dal, and they've got their great maul over their shoulders. They seem to be hovering back in this direction.
They're coming back.
Okay.
And at this point, I guess we would get Lavellan's message.
Right.
Yeah, Andi did already say she passed on the message to you.
Yes, I missed that. Sorry, I was reading something. In which case, do we head back? Do we fight past this Dow? Quick decision, people.
I'm going to take that moment of hesitation to say that the Dal, in fact, they go right, and they go straight down the set of stairs. They are indeed patrolling back and forth, but they don't actually patrol into this way.
Right. Okay, let's check the other side then they've gone.
Okay.
Stops and looks at the weapons, sees if there's any glaives.
There is one, yeah. In fact,
Oh,
the first one you look at is a glaive, followed by a spear, there's like a short sword. And looking over these, they're actually quite well made. Either that, or they're very recently been made. Like they haven't seen much battle by the looks. Hmm.
yeah. Oh no. Ooh.
Okay.
That's a cool statue.
Oh yeah, there is a massive statue of a minotaur with a great axe. They're kind of standing on a plinth, and they've kind of got this girdle around around their waist, a big ass nose ring.
Hello.
You've crossed over to the other side. No sign of any Dao in this area, but you can see a long, dusty, stony corridor.
Because obviously the Dow isn't touching the floor, so we wouldn't have made any footprints or anything. Does it
Mhm.
look like there are any footprints or anything going this way? Like maybe where someone's been dragged or
That's a good
walked
question.
away?
Yeah, give me a survival check, or you can use investigation as well as either one. You take a good moment to check over the dust and the stonework. No one has been dragged this way, and no one is leaving footprints. You are. You can definitely tell you probably left the first footprints down on this sand, maybe in years, but no one's come this way on foot.
Right. Which means if he is this way, Auntie, he was carried. Do we want to continue on, or do we want to heed Elias's advice?
That's a tricky one.
It's your call, Andi. This is your father.
The quicker we try and get to him, the better, I think.
Actually,
But,
wait a minute. Karius is just like, why am I leaving footprints? Pops on his glaive.
Okay. All right.
there you go.
Sorry, as you were saying.
I think the quicker we find him, and we can hopefully get him out. Depending on if we manage to pinpoint where he is, if he's being guarded, we might need the others.
Yeah,
All right.
Karius just uses gust to blow over the footprints. You guys wait there. I'll just check the end of this. I can see a door.
Okay. All right. We'll wait here. We'll keep an eye on the patrol. Sure enough, you go through this grand archway. This one is encrusted with gems and marble. And as you come into this long corridor, this one's bedecked with all kinds of valuables. There's silk curtains hanging from the ceiling and drapes. There is mosaics across the walls. This looks like the entrance to a king's or queen's boudoir, perhaps. Oh, Kesh'an's coming.
Karius is going to continue along.
Okay.
Oh, we've got another one of those doors. Kesh'an maybe looks big enough for a cat.
Okay.
This is gonna go so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Karius will try to help you open it.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage again.
I wrote it down here somewhere.
Or do you want to help Karius, I guess? But then again, you've got the claws to get under it. So.
Yeah.
This one looks a bit heavier because the spikes are like encrusted with gems.
I'm stuck. I don't know where I am.
Better.
Guys,
That's good. Okay.
guys.
I'm with you. Yakmug's like holding your
Yeah,
hand.
but you got to remember, Andi doesn't have vision.
Nope. They
She
are
can't
blind.
see the map. She literally can't move her token properly because she can't
Yep,
see
yep.
anything.
Walking boom.
She can see
Yep,
like
well-
half a square.
I mean, I meant Karius hearing this flies back. You once we've actually. Do we
This
open the
is
door?
why I always
properly?
used to hold
Yeah.
Kesh'an's tail.
I mean, I was meant to be scanning ahead, but Kesh'an followed me. So.
I got
Yakmug can
excited.
guide you momentarily if you want. Karius, you managed to get your glaive in the groove, use it as leverage. Kesh'an does the lifting, and although the room doesn't look like much on the map, this is the master bedroom, very obviously. But instead of a bed, there is like this large, like
Tree.
futon with tassels upon tassels everywhere in this place. There are these magnificent scratching posts. There are these beautiful like feathers.
Can someone please move Kirstie's token? She cannot see anything.
There's
She
nothing
can't
much
find her
to
way.
see. Trust me, I'm just describing
Yeah,
it
but she
out.
can't even keep with the group.
I thought I was under the impression you guys were staying back to keep an eye on the patrol. If you've changed plans, then that's fine. But if you want to catch up to the others, Yakmug can easily guide you. So it's like this big circular chamber. There's a mosaic on the ground that sort of depicts a like a genie cat, almost like sparkles as if it's granting wishes everywhere. There are carpets of incredible design and threadwork, but a lot of them have like claw marks through them and scratches. The drapes as well likely also have claw marks down them. There
So what
are.
you're saying is this room's in a state.
It is, but you can also tell perhaps there are some like replacement drapes and cloth that are likely brought in. Doesn't look like someone's ransacked the room. It just looks like this is how people or how Grumpaz likes their attire. Yeah, all manner of feathers, tassels, and toys you can imagine that this cat-like genie has possession over. There's like a whole shelf just dedicated to turbans, and like different ones encrusted with feathers. Sorry, gems. Some of them have feathers.
Interesting point. Did Andi actually respond back to Elias?
Guess not. No.
She probably just kind of did a Roger or something like that, or just to confirm she's got it, and that they're hunting around.
After a little bit, he'd probably message again and go, "Who's Roger?"
There's nothing here. I guess we should head back and follow Elias' advice, because we don't know when the patrol's going to come back, and we don't want to get caught.
Okay.
Hold on to my tail, Andy.
I was going to say hop on the back of the glaive.
So I'll just take you back.
And she just got both hands on Kesh'an's tail.
Yeah. Not so tight.
Sorry.
It's a good job that you didn't take the time to explore everything, or what's the word? I'm impressed that Kesh'an had the self-restraint not to go up to anything, because as you
I was trying
are
to,
heading
but
back
you were
this way,
talking so much.
Kesh'an, you hear or rather, you probably see it before you hear it. There is a dhow heading up the stairs, directly south.
Oh.
And Andy, you feel the tail suddenly speed off, being yanked somewhere.
Oh.
Probably, does a bit of a hop and skip of a jump.
The dhow comes back this way for sure, and they look at the floor for a moment. There's a bit of dust in the air, because of course you use gust.
Yep.
They shrug, and they keep moving.
It must have been the dusty wind.
Wind, in the earth elemental plane.
I must have farted.
They only assume that it's probably their own passage.
Like I said, they
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, Eirina, Elias, you are being told to wait, and still you wait. And there are lots of earth elementals and Tao just eyeing you up. They're almost all of them staring directly at you. One of them with their arms folded, almost kind of giving you a scowl. For no reason whatsoever. They're just looking really mean at you.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
What? Then, what's up? Why are you? We were friends last time. I was here. You and me, we were having a nice, good chat.
You can see him very visibly gritting his teeth, squinting his eyes, and his brow furrows even more. Do not speak. Save your breath for when you speak to Grumpaz.
Oh.
Are you confused? I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Yeah. We did what was asked of us. Why are we being treated like nothing?
You're not being treated like anything. Just wait.
Exactly, that's what I just said.
Unless because we've acquired the means of an audience with Grumpaz, maybe they're jealous. Have you been given an audience with Grumpas before?
I work for Grumpas.
Yeah, but have you ever been given an audience? Or have you just been requested to speak to Grumpas?
He shakes his head.
Well,
It matters not.
I'm trying to figure out why you're giving us evils.
I just don't like being kept waiting. You can roll
Yeah,
an insight check for that.
You and me both.
yeah, me neither. What's taken them so long?
You can both roll insight checks. Oh, for sure, this guy's lying. He looked to his right and left. It's nothing to do with about the weight. And absolutely has everything to do with something else. You're not entirely sure, but looking around the room, Elias, it seems several of these other Dao are also kind of gripping their weapons with a white knuckle grasp. It's almost like you're like villains or something that they're just itching to destroy.
No, but
It's almost like you've walked into a rival faction.
yeah, seriously, we just did a favor for Grumpas and you were all holding onto your weapons like you're ready to hurt someone.
You see them sort of
Should we not have done the favor we were asked to do?
like looking almost a little bit unnerved the fact that you're calling this out. Um, they try to relax themselves.
It's
In fact, it's at this point he probably wanders off
I
and just turns his back on you, completely ignores you, and just walks away or
I
hovers away.
do another confer with Eirina, but I know she apparently Shikef is here, so I'm gonna try and message Shikef if he's within 120 feet.
120 feet, Shakef. Uh, Funnily enough, yes, but
Hey,
doesn't stone block the message spell?
well, if there's any gap, then it goes through it.
It goes through it, right? Gotcha.
And I just message and I'm just like, hey Shikef, Irina's here with me and things seem a bit tense. Is there a problem?
Do you hear a response back? And Shakef says, "You are in grave danger. May not know it right now, but you are completely surrounded. You are. You should not have come. I came just to make sure that you got out okay. But this is a trap, and you're
We,
walking straight into it. It may already be too late."
Yep.
I message again. I'm just still as if I'm just like talking to Irina as I'm like getting this mental note out as I'm doing message.
They know you are the ones responsible for killing the Khan.
Uh,
They
do,
wish to likely sell you as captives and
you
claim a reward for the assassination.
do you know where they keep captives
I do
here?
not, but there is most likely a prison held behind stone walls. There are
Okay.
plenty of secret entrances, I can tell you already. You will likely need the assistance of someone who can either detect these walls or has some sort of tremor sense. I'm trying to keep Crumpas the opportunistic busy, currently having a conversation about a business venture you've set up for me. I I'm as confused as you are, but
I messaged him again and said, yeah, we kind of acted like your ambassadors to
right,
make sure things went safe and also that you wanted an alliance, which to be fair, if this is a really high up I'll probably have to message a few times to say all this. Like
mm-hmm.
if maybe this would be an interesting endeavor for you, but hopefully that we don't die after this. And yeah,
They will likely execute you once you have been captured and delivered to the new Khan, whoever that may be.
okay. I'm just saying to Eirina that like maybe we should get captured. Like just
Uh,
us. Because if Raheem's here, then maybe we should get captured.
they are waiting
Hmm.
for all of you to strike at once. It's likely that the reward is for the group who assisted in the assassination, not just one. Try to remain calm. I will think of something, I'm sure. Uh,
I'm just thinking to
unless
myself,
your allies have another plan.
as
And meanwhile, Andi, Kesh'an, Yakmug, you've kind of been wandering back and forth through this little area for a while.
What do you think's taking them so long? I think we should just burst in there and start kicking butts and taking names.
Elias is just thinking to himself, maybe I should have just told him to run away, not come through the front entrance.
Maybe we should go through the front entrance.
Uh,
This is all one big building, right? Everything's got to connect up somehow.
Yeah?
Harris has already left through the blue portal, so just popped his head in. Are we going, staying?
She's like saying that, and then she's just like, "Where's Karius?"
Yeah, Harris just popped his head back and is like, are we staying? Are we going?
Sentinel strike.
What's the plan?
Getting a little bit of a bad feeling.
Are we
Well, I
bursting
mean-
our way in and killing everyone in our path? Are we...
At this point, I think if it's been enough time, Eirina's literally just gonna go over and just look at Elias and be like, tell them to get their asses here now.
I will try and message them again, and I will, if they're in the
Mhm.
area, if they're within
Yeah.
120 feet,
They are.
then I will say, it's a trap. They want us all. Maybe keep doing what you're doing, or don't come at all.
Harriet
We
will, now that he is within range of Taklo, will have just Taklo whisper in Elias's ear, do you want out?
we. I guess I messaged Taklo. We can get out.
Right.
What?
So it's completely up to you guys as to what you do.
Uh-huh.
But
Alright.
we have a means of getting out, don't we, Eirina?
I mean, as far
I mean,
as we're aware.
under whispered breath. Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? Andy, if your dad is here, we're either going to have to fight our way through, get captured purposefully, and break our way out, which could be fun in its own way.
I mean, it might be the safer way of doing things. You did nearly die twice within the last 24 hours.
Yeah,
The
but
last 8 hours.
Chris, I would like to do something. I'm
Yep.
going to, considering I just found out this is a trap.
What's a trap?
What would you like to do, Kesh'an?
I'm messing.
What is he gonna do?
Message me. Okay.
Oh no, that's not
They're both laughing.
no.
All right, sure. I mean, you can probably nip over there quick.
Just be like,
but
I have an idea.
a doubt did just float that way.
I'll wait for him to go the other direction and then I'll
Okay.
dash.
Okay.
I'm
Fair
guessing
enough.
I'm letting go at this point.
Yeah. Oh man.
Damage.
I just, in fact, to be fair, I mean, what's that, like 200
You
feet
could
to
make
the
it there
room?
in that.
I could probably make it there in about 6 seconds. Let's make it 12 seconds.
Okay.
I
With
like
your
to,
speed, You can do it, no problem.
Yeah.
It will be not as stealthy, but you've waited for the down to sort of go away to sort of make sure that potentially you're not detected. And then as you speed up, rushing across the stonework and then doing your business, and then speeding back.
Sweet.
Kesh'an looks like slightly more satisfied as he comes back.
Let's
Got a
go
big grin
get
on his
them
face.
out of here.
You know what?
It's just as you come back though, when
I
you
don't know
feel...
why, but the way you phrase that. Kesh'an dashes off, does his business, and then comes back looking satisfied.
Yeah.
Just scoops up some of the sand over his business.
Like using the litter box.
Potentially. But it's at this point when you return back, you feel a little bump underneath your foot, Kesh'an,
Okay.
and suddenly out of the ground pops a small
No,
armadillo.
no, I knew that was going to fucking come up. As soon as you said you should probably hire somebody who has tremor sense, it's like fuck off, no.
Is that you? Uti thought it was you running around.
No one likes Uti.
Uti.
I like
I
you.
love Uti. He's just useless.
Uti, I have a job for you. You'll get paid if you do it well.
Get as
Uti
far
likes,
away as you possibly can and never come back.
Uti likes getting paid.
I will give you 100 gold's worth of gems if you can get this done.
Show me gems.
I show him the gems.
Oh.
But you only
That's
get
not
it
the
if you do it.
Yep. I would.
Uti maybe agrees to this. What is task first?
You need to search through this area and find a hidden prison.
Uti can do their best.
You saw the other person who was with us, right? The one with like the strange anklets.
Uti remembers.
We need you to search round, look in all the hidden places within the palace, and see if you can find him. If he's here, let us know. You'll get 50 gold for that. 50 gold worth of gems for that. Then if you can lead us there so that we can escape, you'll get the other 50.
Okay, Uti does this, but Uti might get caught again. Don't forget, these now have tremor sense.
If you get caught and you manage to escape, I will pay you 5 gold worth of gems for your time. But that is it. And then we will not be able to work together. Huh?
Just 5 gems just for putting life in danger?
Yes, because you have failed me multiple times before, so I don't think you're quite a worthy investment at this point.
They can see Uti in ground. They know where Uti is.
Then go through the ceiling.
Uti, try this. You got anything that make Uti even more stealthy? That would help Uti?
Do we have anything to make him quieter?
He is not having my cloak.
Well, your cloak isn't as great for this particular reconnaissance. Your cloak works when you stand still for a minute, so that really wouldn't help him. But
I know it's not ideal, and wait. I know it's not ideal, Andy, but could you cast invisibility on him? At least then he won't be able to be seen. Even if they sense him, if they won't be able to find him. That'll help a bit.
Oh, the face, and she's just like, do I have to?
I mean, it's for your dad, so, I mean, it's up to you.
If this spell gets wasted, I am going to kick this thing down like a sato.
They're hip. They're hip.
Uti does best.
Actually, you know what? Invisibility is my violin one. Greater invisibility isn't, so I'm going to use that one on him.
Just regular invisibility will help, as that will last a bit longer as well.
Yeah, but that's my only one I can do of that one, whereas greater invisibility I can do more than once.
But greater invisibility only lasts a minute.
That's right. So invisibility is probably the better one for the job.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Are you casting on Uti?
Yeah.
I also had another idea, Andy.
Begrudgingly.
Very begrudgingly. She doesn't like Uti. Uti's been nothing but trouble, so.
Another idea, Andy,
you
something
hate
that
Uti's little
only you
smile?
can do.
Okay.
This is a bit of a stretch, but what if you pop over to the other place? That when you were over there, you could see that's where you could see in some cases the Radiance and Inspiration. Maybe you can see his Radiance and Inspiration to see if he's nearby.
I could do.
Uti doesn't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't, Uti. Go do the job, or you don't get the booty.
All right. Uti goes off. He starts burrowing underground. What was he saying, Andy?
She was just saying she'll give Karius Houdini, because Houdini's probably still a little bit shaken from going into the Astral Sea from last time. So, she doesn't want to scare Houdini too much.
No.
Yeah.
14 on the stealth check. Okay, let me just check. Earth Elemental has got Tremor Sense. 60 foot. But as
Wasn't
you've
that
mentioned,
passive 13?
it's not only that, but you've actually suggested to go on the ceiling, and that actually works to some degree. You only have Tremor Sense on the surface that you're connected to. So as Uti bowls across the ceiling, the other elementals are just standing there looking at you, Elias and Eirina, just staring directly at you, emotionless. But as you're just looking around, you've had nothing to do. Your eyes just catch a glimpse of something on the ceiling, a little mound of dirt just hovering above and going across the ceiling. A little bit of dust falls down onto Eirina's head.
Eirina's gonna start doing stretches, like she's preparing to do some exercise, just so that they keep their eyes on her rather than anything else.
I think Eirina, you saw it as well, even with, what did I get? A 14. Yeah, you just make out what's going on here as Uti's little bump goes across the ceiling.
Actually, Taglo wouldn't have seen it. He's just like, doo, doo, doo.
Yeah, Elias would.
Actually, Karius is going to project the image to Taglo, who will then project it.
Yeah, it's actually only Eirina who notices. The rest of the DAO don't. They're trained on you. They're watching for any movements. They're noticing you kind of lift up your hand every now and again. And they're like, "What are you doing? Put your hand down."
But I'm talking to Eirina. Sometimes we do sign language.
Just looks at you confused
Eirina's
for a
literally
moment.
just still doing stretches like she's preparing for a marathon or something.
And sometimes we hand sticks to each other, and I hand a stick to Eirina as I give it a little flick and hand it to her. It's the wand of secrets.
Oh. Do you want to actually use that?
Yeah, and I
That
just
would be what Uti does, basically. What's the range?
30 feet.
There is a secret door within range.
And I just I give it a little flick and I hand it to Eirina. Look, it's like gestures of friendship, and she's my friend. I
Yep.
give her the wand of secrets, but
It's
I just
to
used it.
the northwest of you. There is a secret door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also
Uti returns. I'm gonna quickly just speed up time and say, a few moments pass. You wait tenuously. Just where is he? Where's Uti? Oh, I hope he hasn't got caught. But there's no commotion that's heard from beyond. Uti returns and he pokes his head out of the ground, shakes off the dirt, or rather the ceiling, so some dirt lands on you guys. And he says,
Uti found many things.
Did you find what we were looking for?
Uti found there are earth elementals that are in ground, waiting. Many waiting. Also, Earth found something dangerous inside pit. Uti found monsters in pit. Don't go there. Uti also found 4 cells. They're completely enclosed. Uti found stone walls are the only thing separating, not doors, literal walls. There's no way to open wall. And in one prison cell, one is in another cage. So inside cage, inside stone wall. Maximum security.
And is that the person we're looking for?
No. Uti found Earth Genasi inside that one. But Uti found Rahim in cell above his. Also, Uti found Vault of Treasure.
Well,
Treasure,
yeah,
you say?
okay.
Much treasure. Stacks of shinies. And he points to where, like, kind of draws out a rough, crude map. Says, in meeting room, where Shekef and Minotaur and strange, evil-looking Dao person. Also, to
Wait,
keep.
Minotaur. This isn't the Minotaur that was in the arena, is it? The one that was purchased from.
Wasn't it purchased by Shekef though?
It was. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
No,
It was purchased by another Dao. The same one who's chasing Rahim. And his name
was
is.
that truthful one.
He arrived.
Something with truthful?
No,
No,
that
it wasn't.
was the one who was organizing to maybe get a fight with her. She had a dwarf. She wanted to get into a pit fight. But no, this is another Dao called Cabril Cabril
Yes.
Ali Al Sara Al Zalazil, the persistent, who's been
call him-
chasing you this whole time. We'll just
In-
call him Zal if you want a quick name. Or Zalazil.
I hearing this, Karius is like, right. So to get to Rahim, is there a safe path, or does it look like fighting our way through is the only way?
It is past Eirina and Elias. It's to the left of them. Also, Uti found blacksmith, and Uti found kitchen, and Uti found there was a passage behind kitchen that leads out, like fully out. There was an abandoned passage Uti found.
That could be useful, but then we're leaving the other two.
Oh.
Okay, I have an idea.
Huh?
Okay. I look to the others. I could create a magic circle to protect us against elementals. We then attract the enemies by making a bit of a commotion, and we try to deal with them through force. That's one idea, because they'll be at disadvantage on everything against us. We can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them, and they can't magically approach us. It is an option. It's what was used to trap the Great Khan. But this time we'll be using it to stop things getting to us rather than stopping things getting out.
I counted at least 8 Dao. And I counted at least that many earth elementals as well.
8 Dao, 8 Earth Elementals.
It's a lot. Getting into fight, bad. Also, Uti need payment now.
I hand him the 50 golds worth that was agreed for finding the passage, finding Rahim successfully.
Uti thanks you.
Now,
Kitchen, blacksmith, prison. The prison is a trickiest place to get to because it's on the left wing. But
where is
blacksmith
the kitchen from where we are now?
not far south. It's only patrolled by one Dao, and there seems to be an earth elemental in there. Oh, sorry, an earth genasi in there, likely slave. Blacksmith has one Dao in there working hammer. All Dao and most Earth elementals are sort of in the main area. They're all surrounding your friends.
Yeah, I message Eirina in front because she's in front of me anyway, and they haven't
Mm-hmm.
stopped us doing hand gestures. Say, this is looking a little dire for us. There's a secret room behind that wall next to us.
It's not quite there. It's sort of around the corner and there. So it's in the audience chamber where Shakif is.
So like this
That's
squarish sort of thing.
right. Exactly.
But I know that it's there.
Yeah. You do know there's a secret room on the
So
other side.
So I'm talking to Irene. I'm just like, I could get us there. They won't know we've gone there, but they will know we've gone. But it gets us out of there.
Yeah.
Here. You may reply.
Got to worry about Tremescence.
Yeah, but I just I can make it so we're going there and we're hovering because I have
Okay.
a flying steed.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Flying steed.
Yeah. Taklo is going to quickly project an image into their
Sorry.
head.
One
Just-
second. Let
Yeah,
Seth
sorry.
reply to
Yeah, sorry.
what Elias is saying.
It's a good idea, but it will put them on high alert.
Right.
And if the others are looking around, it may cause.
Okay.
The longer we sit and wait, we wait until the last minute and then we do it.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna do if anything kicks off.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay. It's about this point you two are waiting, and then you hear a Dao behind you say, you've returned. Okay. Where are the others? You see the Dao that's just entered from the main entrance is the Dao that was sent off to the Marble Mansion.
Oh
It's
boy.
probably been about that enough time, yeah. And they say, didn't find the friends unless they're hiding somewhere in the mansion or have moved on, but she shakes her head and then looks, and they see that you two are like listening in on this conversation, and she approaches and says,
Hello.
where are your friends?
They were at the mansion.
They are no longer there. Where are they really?
They were at the mansion.
Can you roll a deception check?
I mean, that was the truth.
Oh, I know it is.
They were at the mansion.
I know, but this is more like retroactive deception, because you said it before, and they didn't really take time to check. Ooh, 3.
No, it's a 13.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
13.
It is a 13, yeah, it's true. Alright, well, I'll give them an insight check. Let's see how well they do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where are they now? They seem to be starting to lose their patience a little bit.
I don't
To be
know.
honest, we don't know.
They were at the mansion.
We genuinely don't know where they are.
It is important that that you are all present.
Is something wrong?
No, Grandpa just wishes to reward all of you evenly.
Well,
Uh-huh.
well, I guess. Can we take out our share and go back with Shikaf? Because
No, uh, it is not wise to waste the Grandpa's time.
well, that's
But
what
it's
you're.
okay to waste hours? That's not really
Yeah,
great business.
and
You're
you are wasting Grumpass's time because we could just take our reward and go back with Shikaf, and then when they arrive, you can give them their reward and send them back to Shikaf's. You're wasting time here.
You just need to be patient and wait. You surface dwellers do not know patience.
No, you're
We
the one that's saying that you're not being patient because you're angry that it's taking so long.
Do you know how to find them? Did they tell you where they would have gone? Where they are going?
Unless they've not,
They
if
were
they're not,
at the mansion. We don't know where they are.
I
They are not in the mansion. I have checked every wall.
mean, the only other place that they could possibly have gone would be back to Shikef's. I mean, he does own them.
Hmm. Ugh. You're
Actually,
suggesting that I fly all the way back to the
I'm not suggesting
first
anything.
We
region?
can suggest anything.
No,
Well,
I don't get why we
We're
all have
just
to be here.
waiting.
maybe they just got lost in the rooms. They all look the same.
they may have got lost. He's just through.
I mean, the
I sort of
mansion was so
sigh,
huge.
like very much like a huge sigh.
Whilst we're
I will.
waiting, how about a tour?
Or a song. I could entertain you guys while we wait for our reward.
Let me speak with my master. See what she says. And they do indeed begin to hover off into the audience chamber, just up and to the left.
I
You
just
can't really hear the conversation from here, however.
I
But
just say it loud to Eirina. I'm just like, why does it seem like we're in trouble even though we're being told we're being given a reward?
Don't know. It's like they're wanting to attack us at some point.
there's an awkward silence around the room
You know,
as
you
they
read
just.
about it in books, you know. This is the thing where, like, you get turned on and, like,
Unless this is like a
these guys wouldn't do that.
unless it's kind of an earth elemental sort of greeting that you hold onto your weapon as a form of like gratitude. I guess I hold on to my weapon as well, just like, is this how it's supposed to be done?
You're mocking us.
No, I'm not. I'm
No,
genuinely,
we're just genuinely confused.
yeah. We were uh, clearly we don't know how things are done around here because we figured we would have been rewarded by now.
As tensions begin to build in this room, what are the others going to do now? What is the plan? You know where Raheem is being held. You've got a couple of options. It's tricky to get to, but you do have teleportation magic. What's the plan, guys? There's also the kitchen and the smiths that Uti's telling you about. It's up to you. I mean, there is no solution for this, by the way. I'm literally letting you guys decide how to do this.
How many times are you able to teleport?
I mean, me myself, I can probably do it twice, but I can only go 120 feet, and I have to be able to see where I'm going. Eirina and can do it, I think, at least twice, but they just need to know where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
And Elias, 5th level spell, he's at my sort of level in terms of power. Karius estimating. 1, 2. Or is Dimension Door 4th level? Is it 5th or 4th?
Fourth,
Third, I believe. Is it fourth?
fourth.
Okay,
So
it's fourth.
Elias can probably do it though 5, 6, 7 times. I think. Karius calculating from his own spell slots.
After seeing him do a 7th level spell.
Yep. Oh, and I can also thunder step, but again that's a vision based thing. That's a shorter range. I can do that a lot more times.
I mean,
Or how do people feel about taking a risk?
Always.
Not great.
I could use fast step and just sort of blip through really quickly, and I could try to get down to where Raheem
You need
is.
to- Yuckmug's like, do you need to see where you're going?
Well, if I can, it's 60 feet that I can go.
Do you need to
I-
see where you're going?
Yes.
That's not going to work then, is it? Uti here says that the walls are, it's completely enclosed.
True. But
It's not like a normal prison. This thing doesn't have a door. Is that right, Uti?
Yeah.
Uti nods.
But once I'm there, the idea isn't necessarily to open the door, but I'm just trying to think how best to describe, how best to.
I could cause a distraction. It would route the entire place up, but it would hopefully draw most of the guards in this direction in enough time to get you in there. Would you like to hear that then?
Just need to ask one quick
Oh,
question.
okay.
Taklo sort of pokes Elias and whispers in his ear. No, projects the image to basically ask the question: can you locate creatures?
So you're asking Elias?
Mm-hmm. Via
No.
Taklo.
No.
Can you locate objects?
I have that, I believe.
Why do you need to locate stuff? We know where they are.
Because if I can get there, Elias can use locate object or locate creature to pinpoint my exact position and teleport to me with the one where he doesn't need to be able to see. Or, and I looked at Uti, you got there safely once.
Uh-huh. Uti did.
If I give you something,
Uh-huh.
and Elias teleports to you, then we could use that.
Uti can get there. You have to. I have to make another stealth run, but Uti can try.
Taklo will indicate to Elias to message Karius so he can say the plan, the idea he has.
Okay. I don't know what's going on right now.
Well,
Right.
assume you guys are all on the same page as you're messaging back and forth.
Yeah.
I
Plan.
did have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
What's
your
your plan?
plan, Kesh'an?
Karius, Kesh'an, have a go.
It was. It was just gonna be a case of I make a shit ton of noise here, considering we have giant weapons, to give enough time for Taklo to dash off, find the place, you teleport to Taklo, because that's not gonna make any noise, and it's gonna draw like all of the guards over to my location, while I go on a wild goose chase. Then you just get the fuck.
He's within 120 feet of them. In order to do that,
But
that's the problem.
But that's what I mean. If I make enough noise, they're gonna be like, the rest of the party, not including these two people, are in the opposite side of the castle.
Okay. Where are you going to make the distraction? You want a place to get out, then the kitchen sounds good.
Well, it was either going to be the kitchen or I have these weapons right here.
Okay. Uti found Smith more weapons outside kitchen and Smith.
Okay, and which direction was the kitchen, sorry?
Just downstairs and to your left. So Uti says just south of us.
I could do it.
It's not very guarded. Uti found one Dow blacksmith and one earth genasi in kitchen.
In fact, if anything, I can... Oh, tremor sense. Because if I go invisible, I'm still on the ground.
But you're standing still. If you're using your cloak to go invisible, you're technically standing still.
Okay.
So
Would that work?
It's like shadow meld, so you just have to stand still for a minute. You go invisible.
Am I allowed
Tremison
to?
picks up on vibrations.
Okay, I have a good idea. Well, it's up to you what plan you guys want to go down with.
Okay. So I'm thinking, Kesh'an, if you get in position to cause your distraction, Andi, if you cast greater invisibility on me, I'll try to get as close as I can in that period. Then I can teleport. No, but to be honest, it's no point in me getting there because I won't be able to get him out unless I
Right.
literally break the wall.
Or if
I could, to be honest, at that point, once we've got him, I can then get to the others and then we can get out. Right. Everyone like this plan?
Uti says,
back
Uti
to
makes
us,
sure that you are floating, yes? Uti
Yeah.
says they all sense.
Yeah, Uti. You're going to go through the ceiling
Uti goes through ceiling.
and you're going to, once I get through the door, assuming I do, I will say your name so you know I'm there, and then you're going to lead me the way to the prison.
Okay.
I look to the others. Right. Are we good with this, Andi? I don't know what you want to do at this point.
Wait, are we still messaging this
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, I'm assuming all of this conversation is going back and forth. Taklo, message,
Yeah.
Taklo.
Because I'm really confused as to what's going on right now in terms
I
of
think-
us.
I think the plan is.
Your plan is to keep these lot potentially distracted, I guess.
Okay.
Performance time.
Oh lord. And then, Kesh'an, did you want to try and get to the smith and
Yeah.
kitchen as well? Okay. So give me another stealth check, Kesh'an, to make it past this patrolling Dow who's going back and forth, back
I
and
was
forth.
going to say I'll be waiting for him to come up this way before I
Mhm.
start moving.
Okay.
Stealth check, let's go! Fuck me. At least it's not a 1, I guess.
Okay. It's maybe not necessarily this one that picks you up, as you wait a good time for them to disappear fully. But as you...
Sorry, just to clarify, I'm not sure if, depending on what Andi wants to do, but I'm literally going in there, making a shit ton of noise and then cloaking up.
Yeah.
So I'm literally going to be in and dip. Or not dip, but hide.
Andi, you could hide in the astral until we're done if you wanted, or you could...
You've got great invisibility as well. You could always do that on yourself or on Karius or on anyone really.
Yeah, I can only do it on one person at a time, can't I?
Right.
If you wanted to come with me, we could make double the noise and then disappear.
I mean, she's pretty damn sneaky, and so she could probably help you with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you go with them. If you cast greater invisibility on me before you leave, at least, and then once you start causing the noise and people get nearby, then you could drop it and cast on yourself, I guess. Or just cloak up at that point because you'll be completely out there.
Yeah. I mean, she can pop in and out as and when. It doesn't cost her any spells, so.
So in that case, so are you casting Greater Invis on Karius?
Yeah.
Okay. So Karius, you're invisible. You
and
can
I'm
give me a
gliding
stealth
on my
check
glaive.
with advantage. Andy can give me a
Which
stealth
should be
check.
flat because of my armor.
Yes, true. Yep.
10.
Okay.
Not great.
Not great at all. I'm going to roll Uti as well. Stealth checks. Oh, Nat. Hey, look, see, Uti's doing alright for once.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know this is all about to go down, Elias and Eirina. What do you guys want to do? As
An invisible Karius is about to fly past on a glaive.
Time for a song.
Can do that.
You sing, I'll dance.
Guys,
I'm.
I know things
What?
are tense here, but I think you'll enjoy this song. I've tailored it just for you. And I commence Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Nice.
All right. Give
With
me
Eirina's dancing, apparently.
Yeah, I'll do
No.
the sort of dance moves that Smolder would have taught her, which were very sort of like, ooh. So I guess it kind of
Okay.
works.
If you
You
know
can
the
both give
steps,
me.
dance along.
You can give me performance checks.
Yeah.
As Karius, you're making this loud racket, and Karius is basically going past on his glaive with the armor. Oh my god, Irene is on fire. Um,
I could be literally, but I'm not going to do that.
no, sure.
But
They
it's technically a fire dance, because she was a fire dynasty.
true, yeah. You've learned from Smolder, and you've tried to emulate whatever moves you can. It's at this point the loud racket that's going on. The Dal that was sent off to speak to Grompaz heads back with the Grompaz in tow, and they're like, "What is this commotion?" And she flies in, looking very upset, nearly
I'm
bumping into, in fact, nearly bumping into Karius because you're
Karius
just
sort of
floating past.
bends out of the way, like. Whew.
Um, she probably like feels a gust going past you, like looks around, and it's at this point she's just furious as to what's going on. Andi and Kesh'an, we're going to jump to you as well. You're trying to pitter patter across the sand, and it's as you get to about here, there's a nice ample amount of light. Two pillars with crystals atop them are actually shedding off enough light that you can see very clearly, Andy. And in front of you, one doorway leads through an arch to a blacksmith where you can see a Dao has his back to you. They are hammering on this stone anvil and creating this weapon. Uh, actually, they're facing you actually in this direction. Excuse me. They're actually facing you, and it's in between two hammer swings. So they perhaps look up and spot you. Because I'm afraid 12 from Andy and a what was it, 12 from Kesh'an. It's
Oh
not enough.
shit, we both got 12? Wow, we're
Both got
terrible.
12. It was rough. It down, stops hammering, goes to pick up the weapon that's directly in front of them on the forge. It's still red hot, and they grasp it in both hands. And they begin to maneuver their way around that forge towards you, probably with a hammer in the other hand, actually. And what do you guys do? There's another entrance as well to the right that Uti told you leads to a kitchen. Big ass weapon rack filled with axes, spears, javelins, you name it, right in front of you there. Um, these pillars are big enough that you can hide behind them as well. But
I
what
just
are you guys
look
doing?
at
There's one
Andy.
particular right.
Do you think we can take it?
wow.
Probably best to just find somewhere to hide in here if we can and just keep really, really quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
Kesh'an will climb up. Does this post go all the way to the ceiling?
It doesn't because the gem is on the top and sheds light from it.
Ah.
It's probably about
The racket we've caused a stir. They're on the lookout for us now.
one of the Dao has spotted you. They are heading in your direction right now.
Let's run.
Brain is really tired now. I don't know. Do you think we can take it? You're stronger than I am.
I'll take Andy by the hand and pull her back the way that I went.
Okay.
And into this
All right.
corridor. And I'll just have Andy on the other side of me as I'm peering around the corner.
This
I like your
This
idea
Dao is
better for the
definitely
first.
sorry, go
I was saying, I think I like your idea better. He's a lot bigger than I am, but probably falls a lot harder too. But you're right, we should hide for the moment, just until the plan is underway.
Hmm.
on.
Okay.
However, I do have
Okay,
an idea for 2 birds, 1 stone.
Okay.
Do you have any rope with you?
Yes, I think she does.
Awesome. How much of a gap is behind this wall rack because of how big the weapons are?
there's a gap. You could get behind it and push it over. It's also kind of held by like twine and rope. It's not it's a very rickety looking weapon rack.
Okay, so I'm going to very quickly explain the plan to Andy. I'm going to take this
You've
end.
got oh,
I'm going to take this end of rope. I'm going to dive underneath the weapon rack. We're going to cause a distraction in front of it. And when I shout go, we're going to both run forward, pointing in the direction of the pillars. So, like, someone run there, and we're going to pull over the weapon rack onto him.
Okay.
okay.
I think it.
Sounds like a good idea. I mean, he'll have time to take time up to get out from under there. And hopefully, maybe it might just knock him unconscious.
Okay. I was gonna say that you had but seconds before the Dao is literally coming around the corner to sort of formulate this plan, but it's you can try it if you give me a quick were you just tying a rope to pull it, yeah?
Yeah. So effectively, I'm going to give one end of the rope to Andy, and I'm going to sprint underneath or slide underneath, however. And
He is
when
right there.
it's
He is like as you come back around this way and you're about to tie this rope, he's there coming towards you
so
as
as
this weapon rack is about to
pretty
go
much when he's looking for us, as soon
over.
as he's there, that's when I'm gonna dash round the other side and shout go, and then I'm gonna run that way, and he's gonna run that way.
Okay. All right.
It's a quick plan,
Sure.
crazy enough to work.
He sees you coming, and he does move into that position. You, like you say, you got the rope. It doesn't take much to just tie it off. And he sees you, and he's like, "What the?
No!
You're the little cat everyone's been talking about. Well, actually, the big cat."
Don't!
And you hear the you hear the command, the keyword, and the rope is pulled. This massive rack of weapons begins to topple down atop him. He looks to the right to see it just in time. I'm going to give him a dex save, and I'll see what he gets. Not very good. 7. He is covered in these heavy weapons that are built for Dao. They're massive. They're huge battle axes, glaives. Clanging of metal and steel hits the stonework and completely buries him in this as well. We'll probably say he's like prone, restrained underneath all of them. And he's letting out like a trying to get up out of the mess of weapons, the tangle of wood that's probably snapped over him as well. As that happens, it's at that very moment that Grumpaz turns to the right. There's a racket going on that's probably loud enough that they do hear it.
Is
Just
it
looking at
though, considering how loud we're playing music right next to them?
Oh, that was literally the whole point, was to
that was
make,
the point, wasn't
yeah, it was to make the loudest bang.
it? Yeah.
My thing was, all of the enemies are here, we are over here. We make big noise, all enemies go from here, so then Karius can go over here.
Never mind, I'm playing music very quietly.
Uti manages to sneak all the way through perfectly, no problem. He is not detected at all, and he gets to the prison cell, and he's like telling Raheem, likely that his allies are about to save him.
Fucking
Why am I not
bards.
looking? We're
Sorry.
looking at
I
the
am
time.
just pointing at the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
wrap it up here, guys. So, Karius, you're flying on through, and I just quickly check your stealth check. It's pretty poor. Thankfully, these guys are kind of giving up enough of a racket that they don't maybe hear you, but at the very least, as you're moving through,
All of these are now restrained, apparently.
I know I'll fix that for next session. Don't worry. As you're moving through and you're about to pass by into this room, I'm going to say you bump into a Dow who is literally, they hear the noise and they charge around the corner, and you haven't got a moment to really back up because this earth element, this Dow is coming up behind you. You would back up into them, or if you
Yep.
moved forward, you would go into them. In any case, you're 10 on stealth. You bump into them and like, what the? They don't see you.
And Karius will immediately use this moment to cast Fast Step.
Okay. And that is where we'll leave tonight. As you teleport, they're like, wait, there's one here! And that is where we'll end. There's there's a chaos all around erupting at the very same time.
You did good,
So
Andy.
we'll save that for combat. Next session, if you can teleport Raheem out, this might not be a long combat. This might just be in and out. But we'll save that.
You have combat.
No, of course not. If you do combat, you're in the wrong place because there is a lot of enemies.
They are big boys. And girls.
Good job, everyone, formulating this little plan. Thank God for teleportation. And Uti finally came in use. I'm just happy he helped you out. All right. Thank you very much for playing, and thank you very much for watching. And we'll tune in next Friday to continue this. Tune in on Sunday as well for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the Carnival Cards, and on Monday for What Lies Beneath. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.